Hey guys, my name's Erica with Retail Rogue. Welcome back to my channel. First, I just want to apologize if the footage is kind of dark. I'm about to go sourcing and obviously sitting in the parking lot filming this. It's a pretty cloudy and dreary day out, so it looks really dark on my camera. I'm just hoping that it lightens up a bit when I go to edit the footage. So anyways, I've been wanting to kind of step outside of my comfort zone and start sourcing at new stores. I've had this idea for a while now, and I knew that if I went to a store to source for the very first time that I would want to take you guys along just so you could see how it went and I could share some of the tips and tricks that I learned. So I actually started to do this a couple of months ago. I went sourcing at Aldi, and if you watched the video, then you know that didn't really go as I was expecting and I got kicked out. So honestly, I've been a little hesitant to go sourcing at new stores since then. But a few weeks ago in the Coast to Coast Flips group, we made a post asking members of some new store recommendations, as well as maybe, some stores that they would like to see some leads shared from. A member in the group mentioned Hobby Lobby, and this has actually been on my list of places that I've been wanting to check out for a while now. So I figured, why not give it a go? Now, I really have no idea what to expect. I've literally never sourced in Hobby Lobby before, and honestly, it's not really a place that I go into for personal shopping either. I am a little worried because the arts and crafts home categories really aren't my favorite, and I'm just assuming that that's all that they are going to have. But I'm going to give it my best shot, and hopefully we have some good luck. So I just made it out of Hobby Lobby, and that was interesting. So the good news is that I didn't get kicked out, but I did end up leaving empty-handed. So when I first walked in, I grabbed my cart and I just proceeded to make a giant loop around the store. The first thing I want to mention about Hobby Lobby is that literally everything is on sale. And honestly, I think it's probably a scam. They probably just increase their prices and then say it's on sale when in reality it really isn't. Right from the start, I walked through a lot of flowers, which were really pretty. It kind of seemed like you were in a forest or something, but honestly, I didn't even waste my time scanning them. I didn't think that there would be a listing for them on Amazon. And then I went through the yarn, and honestly, yarn is a really great thing to scan, especially as a new seller, because you should be ungated in the category. And Hobby Lobby had a ton of yarn. I think they had 3 aisles full of just yarn. It was all 30% off, and they have so many different types of yarn, I don't even know what you would use it all for. They had a variety of different brands, but they mostly had Yarn Bee and I Love Yarn, which I did scan, and it seems like that is the Hobby Lobby branded yarn. I scanned several different rolls of yarn and really didn't have too much luck. I did find a few listings that would be profitable FBM, but I did just decide to leave those behind because they only really made $2 to $3. Then I walked through the wedding stuff and the ribbon. They had a lot of cute stuff, but none of it was worth selling. And then I walked through some of the flower crafts. Mind you, Hobby Lobby really isn't my thing. I'm not a super crafty person, so I didn't really know what any of the stuff was that I was scanning. But I did end up finding a few leads to share in the Flips group, and if you know, you know. Both leads were clear of IP claims and should be pretty decent sellers. I personally left them behind, not because it's an item I wouldn't buy based on the data, but because when I factor in my prep center costs, it just wasn't worth it for me personally. But I'm hopeful that it will help some of the members in the group, and if you're interested in some Hobby Lobby leads, be sure to check out the Coast to Coast Flips group. And then I walked through the sewing stuff. They had several sewing machines, which I didn't really scan because they are just big and bulky. But I did get excited because I found these sewing kits which had a lot of different Disney characters on them. And anytime I see a popular brand like that, I always scan it. But unfortunately, they either didn't have a sales rank or they just didn't make any money. Then I was passing by the fabric and I noticed a small clearance section. I was super excited at first, but was quickly let down because it was really just like old fabric that nobody wanted. Then I made it to the painting stuff, and I came across something called pink soap. The sales rank was decent and you would make like $1.80, so not really worth it, but I was also restricted in the product, so I just moved on. At this point, I was honestly about to leave, but I stuck with it, and I came across a section of games, toys, and puzzles. I was super excited because I'm like, okay, this is a section of the store that I like, that I'm used to scanning, and that I'm good at. So I was thinking that I was gonna be able to at least find one thing, and I didn't. And I guess I should take that back because I did find a few things that were profitable, but either I was restricted in them or they didn't meet my personal buying criteria. And I'll share a few examples with you. So this one had a sales rank of about $240,000 in the toy category. You could buy it here at Hobby Lobby for $9.98 and your profit would be $2.19. And then this next one has a sales rank of about $203,000. Again, the same cost of goods of $9.98 and your profit would actually be $4.65. And honestly, I left this one behind just because of the high rank, but when I look at Keepa, it looks like it's a decent seller, so this may be one worth looking into. When I was in the toy section, I did notice that they had a lot of popular toy brands right now, like Cocomelon, Bluey, Disney Princess, but they were just so expensive that it just wasn't worth it. They also had a section of just Minecraft stuff, and I've had some really good luck with Minecraft products in the past, so I did go through and scan everything, but again, the prices were just too high. And I didn't realize that Hobby Lobby sold some food and grocery items. I was actually headed to the front of the store when I found a section that said like 50% off grocery. And again, I was super excited, so I went through and checked all of the products, but they were either expired or about to expire in July. And when I was getting to the front of the store, I realized they already had their fall decor out and all of their summer stuff was 50% off. And this was just mind-blowing to me because it's June, it's not even officially summer yet. So I definitely don't want to be looking at fall stuff. That was just too much for me and I took it as my sign to leave. And as painful as it is, no matter how long you've been selling on Amazon, you will still sometimes leave a store empty-handed. It is really annoying, but just part of it. And honestly, when I first started my Amazon selling journey, I used to just find a product and buy it, even if it didn't meet my selling criteria, so I wouldn't leave the store empty-handed. That is a horrible idea, and I definitely don't recommend, because you'll likely just lose money on the product or it will never sell and you'll be stuck with it. So just take this as a lesson learned that it is okay to leave empty-handed. If you've ever sourced Hobby Lobby before, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of it. If you have any sourcing tips or tricks for this store, I would love to hear them. So that will be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and tagging along during my very first and probably last sourcing trip at Hobby Lobby. You can follow more of my journey over on Instagram at Retail Rogue. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.